to punt again. Big story has been what both defenses have been able to do as Graham looks to pin here, and Dart calls for the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. The younger brother of Jackson, one of the star players for Corner Canyon. Let's go down to the field to overtime time.
Let's see if I can send a bat signal up. I miss my fan.
Joe, sorry for the delay there, man. I have got you a Devo card. He was running off from that punt catch there. So far, so good. They're physical. I mean, just watching them on defense going against them.
Oh, blown right up.
Mm.
For a loss that time.
This Baltimore. That's right. That's right. Y'all white ass getting ate up. Man, what's up, y'all? Sorry I haven't been around. It's been rough on your boy. So I've been suspended from my job for the last 3 weeks without pay because the Hispanic lady is trying to get me fired. So shouts out to Sellout, Miss Danielle, for hitting me up on the Cash App, helping me out. You know, I appreciate that. Shouts out to Jeff and Miss Danielle for looking out for a brother. Cause seriously, I needed it. I ain't even gonna lie. I needed it. And that shit came at the wrong time. But basically what happened when my dad had a heart attack, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know how close I am to my dad. So my dad had a heart attack. I was in my car trying to coordinate certain things. And I guess the crackers was watching me. The crackers was watching me. And was like, why were you in your car for so long? I said, well, my father was sick, man. I'm not ready to be no orphan. So we'll see. We'll see if they hire me back or not. Or I mean, if I'm allowed to come back. If not, I'm fired. No, Pop's good now, y'all. It's just, you know what I'm saying? The blowback is that I might have lost my job because I was caring about my father. Oh, well. Yeah, Pop's good, Shelton. He good. Thank you for asking, y'all. Yeah, Pops is good. It's me that's fucked up, right? $1LVZ put something on the app. Cause I need it. $1LVZ, look out for your brother. I could use it. Mm. Yeah. Oh, Consuela can understand it. But if it's a chance to get one of her people in and get my black ass out, she gonna do it. I swear to God, y'all. They're trying to get me for stealing time because I forgot to clock out for lunch. When I realized I forgot to clock out, when I realized I forgot to clock out, I went, damn, I forgot to clock out. So I clocked out and went back to work. And they trying to say I stole time. So we'll see. Hopefully, I don't know if some people like they don't know if that's gonna work with me because that could be a lawsuit, wrongful termination or whatever. I said we'll see. I hope. Yeah, I hope. I hear y'all fuck that job, but y'all know I gotta take care of my kid. Some more shit. Oh, you work for ABM too? You work for ABM? My god brother Lon Yancey works for them. No bull. My god brother works for them. Believe it or not, he work at what you work at George Mason or one of the schools? What you work at one of the schools? And he told me the same shit. He was like, bro, you got the qualifications to be a manager here, but I wouldn't want you to be one because they're gonna try to set you up. Smash the light. That's just what he told me. He was like, bro, you got qualifications to be a manager here. You could end up being my supervisor, but they treat motherfuckers so fucked up that I wouldn't want you to come in. Damn right, Aaron. Damn right, Aaron. And then the worst part, this is the best part. So like I said, here go the best part, y'all. That shit just, it fucks with me. So so y'all understand that, okay, and y'all know I usually do, it be like, I ain't worried about it. I can go do my moving. Well, the problem with doing the moving now is my partner that I used to do the moving with was hating because I had an actual job. And because I had an actual job, and I would go on vacation and I would volunteer to work with them, he was jealous that I was. So now that I don't, so now, motherfucker, I ain't going doing moving jobs unless it's with a real close partner. So it's just, I've been seeing it's been a lot of shit going on, y'all. That's why I ain't been on. I had I had to threaten a nigga. High and dry. High and dry, bro. Real talk. And what's so funny, I didn't even ask the nigga to help me out. That's what's so fucked up. It'd be different if I asked the nigga to help me out and he told me no. I ain't asked this nigga. And he told me. I cussed that nigga out. I said, you bitch ass nigga. First of all, I didn't ask you for your help. You bitch ass nigga. I never asked you for your help, nigga. That was the first thing. You sucker ass nigga. The second thing about me is simple. I'm not gonna sit there and wait for these motherfuckers to fire me for me to make some money. No. I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna try work. Because like I said, they suspended me. They suspended me fucking what was it? They suspended me November 19th. And they ain't paying me. So I called my partner Ron and let him know. So Ron, being the partner that he is, told the other partner, hey, look, tomorrow he was like, tomorrow on the moving job, I'm gonna take VAR with me. He was like, I'm gonna take VAR with me because bruh need the money. Why we gonna let bruh go? He like, I'm not gonna let bruh fall off. So he was being a bruh. So he was like, bro, if you want, you can work with me tomorrow, and then when you finish, you can go work with D. I said, I bet. But I really wasn't in shape to be doing 2 moving jobs in a day because I haven't been doing it. So we get to the first moving job. That joint had 37 steps. And then I had to we had to walk the furniture up the sidewalk, up the steps, take it up the step. Man, my old ass was gassed. Yeah. Gassed. And then I'm like, man, I can't make it to that other job. Next thing you know, I get a long ass text like a bitch from a nigga. Nigga text me like a female. I hate that shit. That nigga too scared to say what he gotta say to you, so he'll text you like an old bitch. I hate sucker shit, man. I can't stand, I despise sucker shit, man. What's up, nephew? And thanks, Shelton. Thanks, Shelton. I appreciate you saying you're gonna look out. The Cash App is in there, y'all. $1LVZ. Show your boy some love. Thank you, Shelton. Thank you, Shelton. I appreciate it, man. Show your boy some love. Y'all know I normally don't do that. But shit, I need it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I fucking need it. What's up, Bougie Barbie? Yeah, that shit. Good thing is, let me tell y'all how I responded. I filled out 103 applications on Indeed. Oh, I've been suspended from my job because I forgot to clock out for lunch, Bougie Barbie. So they tried to act like I was stealing time, even though I went back up, clocked out, and started working off the clock. So that's what happens. So I haven't been working since November 19th. Good thing is I used all the money I saved to pay my bills up. So I ain't got to worry about that. I ain't got to stress out about that. I got a month worth of shit. Then I filled out 106 applications. I literally I got like 7 interviews out of 106 applications. So I got like 7 interviews out of 106 applications. That's all good. Man, I appreciate what anybody do. I thank y'all for anything. So I appreciate it, bro. And if you can't, you just can't. I ain't mad at you. I know how it is. Shit. Right, Bougie Bobby. That's really what it was. They was just looking for anything. And that's what it was. So hopefully, like I said, hopefully my union, eat that shit up and be like, hey man, this is bullshit for real. Yeah. The racism that's going on right now is real, y'all. Oh, that's what I wanted to tell y'all. So guess how I spent my day? Who was that? Thank you, Dre. Thank you, Dre. So guess how I spent my day? Right, baby. That's how you gotta do. Thank you, Plant Base. Much love, bro. Let me tell y'all how I spent my day. So they built the Amazon warehouse across the street, and everybody knows they hire ASAP. So I went and got my first day of training and shit behind. My whole fucking day of doing the Amazon delivery shit, y'all. I was downtown. I was at the Federalist Society with a big ass sculpture of Antonin Scalia. I was at the Republican uh grouping event or whatever. I was at a building called 1776 with a whole bunch of Republican shit everywhere. What? Hmm? Okay. Yeah, I'll put that up. If you want, you can go it over. You can stay to 9:30.
What's up, y'all? How's that? How was the first day? Was it easy while you were outside?
I mean, it wasn't hard, but I need to buy a dolly. I know that because some of that shit be heavy. Yeah, like my little 2-wheel dolly, like I used to use for the moving company, and then I need and then I gotta. I hope they don't send me down DC like that no more, because they sent me down DC, and I was around nothing. That's what I was just telling them. I was around nothing but Trump people today, and I'm talking about not like people who voted for him, people who work for him. Like I was in the Federal Reserve building earlier this morning and seen a bunch of redneck white supremacists. Then I was in this building called 1776. They got to talk about the president, the White House, uh, some shit. Man, it was a bunch of coons and white supremacists looking at me. But I live in America, so I can't be mad about that because that's gonna be no matter where I work at. But other than that, it was all right. It wasn't too hard. Put it this way, it's easier doing that than it was doing moving for all them years. No, not yet. Mm-hmm. But National Geographic called me again. Yep, I told you. make sure that I'm ready for my interview. Basically, like I told you, son, don't worry about it. We gonna be good.
Yeah, bro.
What's up, nephew?
All right, I see you later.
All right, y'all. I don't like my son worrying. I can't stand that. I can't stand my son worrying. That's okay. Like I said, I went on Indeed and filled out 100 and some applications. I think I got 3 jobs. I know I could do I'm doing the little Amazon now, but my resume is so damn good. My resume is so tight, y'all. I literally probably got a job in all 4 departments. Pop of the transportation, the people, Pop of the transportation people was like, my resume so good that they didn't want to hire nobody. This company that I was working for, this company that I interviewed for, the brother said, and that was another thing, y'all. 3 of these companies' brothers is trying to hire me. Oh, and y'all won't get, and you'll never guess who else hired me. Y'all never guess who else hired me. Yes, it is. But Mahari, somehow, because I got, do y'all know I even got a job with the Tree Hugging Society? That's not its name. It's the it's some environmental activist lobbying group. Yeah. Don't always condense it. The good thing about my resume is this. Shit, hey, bro, they called me and hired me. The dude called me, interviewed me, and was like, "Look, we're interested in my brother Trill Will. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it." But this is what these crackers is doing to us right now, y'all. Yeah, that shit was so frustrating today when I went in that bill. It's a big ass bust, a Antonin Scalia in the Federalist Society. It's a big ass bust of Antonin Scalia. I said, ain't that racist motherfucker Antonin Scalia? You don't know who you didn't know who Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia was, Shelton? He was a racist motherfucker. Thanks, Will. Much love, Will. I appreciate it, Will. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. It's been rough for your boy, though. The Chiefs is selling out. The Chiefs is selling out. Lamont got robbed. Hey, Trill Will. No, this motherfucker was like Justice Taney. He was a Supreme Court justice. Shelton. He was like Justice Taney, the motherfucker who did the Dred Scott ruling. That's the type of cracker he was. Nah, Dre, I watched it. I watched the man get robbed. I watched him get robbed. And you know what? You know what he did? He feel the Mexican power. This question is for Lamont. Are you ready to feel the Mexican power? And he felt the Mexican power of the judges. He felt you're going to these. He felt Aaron. Hey, Aaron. Felix. Felix. He felt the Mexican power. This question is for Lamont. Are you ready to feel the Mexican power? Well, it depends on what you was doing. It depends on what you was doing, Jared. Because me, most of the jobs that I'm talking to, 28 or better. Like easy. 28 or better. They can't go no lower than that for me. For real, they gotta go to 30, but I start at 28. It depends on what you got experience in. It depends on what you got experience in. For real. Like I said, go on Indeed. Jared, when you get off of here, I want you to go download the Indeed app. Put it on your phone. I want you to fill out all your information. I want you to put your resume on it. Once you do that, just start looking at jobs that you can do. Let me help y'all. People who are looking for jobs, let me help y'all because this is what always works for me. This is why I will always find a job. Watch this. Well, then good. You should be able. Watch this. Damn right, Will. We family. So we got to help each other. And this is how I'm going to help. This has always been my secret why I always get interviews and why, like, even though like I said, I put in 100 interviews. I put in 103 interviews. Let me show y'all, because y'all know I don't lie. I know I'm not a bullshitter. You know, I see that applied. That's say 101. Jared, do not just look at what you do. I'll give you an example. Like me, for 20 years, I worked as a mover, right, Jared? So what you think? I'm just looking for moving jobs? No. What encompassed doing that job? I had to take doors, banisters, and shit like that off. So I know how to do light home improvement. I had to put furniture together. Thank you again, Will. I appreciate it, 7-8. I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate all y'all looking out for me. Put some on Cash App too. It's been a rough 3 weeks. Like I said, shouts out to Jeff Say Less for looking out for me, Miss Danielle looking out, and y'all looking out for me now. I appreciate it. So this what you do. Like, I'm not gonna just look for a moving job. I drove so I could be a driver. I drove trucks so I could be a truck driver, non-CDL truck driver. And I drove trucks with air brakes. So all of that, I'm gonna look for a truck driving job. I'm gonna look for a warehouse job because we worked in a warehouse. I would look for an inventory job because I had the inventory. I would look for a job at a furniture store because I had to put together furniture. I would look for a job as a truck route driver because I actually had to. You see, a dispatcher because I had to put people out on the road. A supervisor because I was a supervisor of people, crews as small as 2 or crews as big as 12. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, Jared? So you use all of that. Once you use all of that, no, you don't stick yourself in one box. Thank you. Thanks, Sam, mate. My brother looked out for me. But real talk, y'all, that's what you do. You don't put yourself in no fucking box. You can do so much more than what it is that you do. They put you in that box. But you understand by being in that box, you had to do a lot of other shit. When I did maintenance, I'm gonna look at plumbing jobs, I'm gonna look at electrician jobs, drywall, duct cleaning, HVAC, restoration. Cause I had to do all that shit doing maintenance. And that's why everybody called me back like, damn, your resume looks good. That's why, like I say, I got a lot of interviews. And you see, Amazon already said, nigga, come on. So I'm working. Where is my brother at? Hitman motherfucker X. FYF, I see you out there putting in work. I've been proud of you these last 3 weeks. I've been wanting to drop something and tell you what's up and shit. But like I said, I've been trying to get another job or at least work so I can keep money coming in. Cause like I said, it would have been better if they just fired me, y'all. If they just fired, what's up, Tay Tay? What's up, my love? It would have been better if they just fired me. But the shit that they doing to me is fucked up. Yeah, Lamont Roach did not lose that fight. What are you talking about? These motherfuckers called me, y'all, 2 weeks. They called me November 19th to tell me I'm suspended without pay pending investigation because of something that happened on Halloween. My father had a heart attack October 27th. Anybody that know me know that's the only parent I got. So I left work early even that day, wasn't even worried about how much my pay was going to be. Wasn't worried about that. So when I came back to work that Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, he went through surgery. Prep Thursday, they did the surgery Friday. He came home that Saturday. My mind was all over the place. So I went to work, did my job or whatever. But I didn't pay attention. I think what happened, I ain't pay attention. They were saying break time. I never took my 15-minute break. So I went in my car, took my 15-minute break, started calling, making my calls. And then right after that, I said, well, my lunch was coming. I said, oh, it's lunchtime now. So I'm still talking on the phone. But I never clocked out. So when I realized I didn't clock out and I get out of my car, I go later on and clock out and go back to work. I'm like, dang, I forgot to clock out for lunch. Well, fuck it. I just clock out and just keep working. So I clocked out, kept working, went back up, clocked back in. Right, Tay. And I didn't know if I was going to have to do so. My father's so crazy, y'all. That nigga back at work. I said, nigga, you had the heart attack at work. What are you doing? Shit, got to get that money, son. I love my father, dude. I'm not going to be no good when he gone. I'm not going to be no good when he gone. That's what I'm saying, Tay. So I told them, they called me, had my grievance or whatever. They said they'll let me know if they're going to keep me or fire me or whatever. Exactly. That's why I know it was the Spanish lady. She was out to get me. Oh no, I know it's you, Act. What's up, man? So basically, so y'all, I'm stuck by them suspending me without pay. I'm stuck until they tell me if they fire me or not. Now, if they fire me, they got to give me the 106 hours of pay and all of that, and then pay unemployment. But because they suspended me, this whole time, y'all, I just been in limbo, not getting paid. Right, Shelton. That's why I said it would have been better if you just fired me. At least if you just fired me, I could go to unemployment. I could get the money y'all owe me. I could take care of all my bills, then go do my shit. But they suspect, basically. FYF. Thank you. And then look, they try to do some slick shit. They gave me the paperwork and told me to adjust my time. The supervisors told me that. Then the motherfucker gonna ask me, do you know it's against company policy to falsify documents? I said, yeah, I know that. So I said, so what? I didn't falsify no damn documents. They told me to do that. I said, I didn't falsify shit. I was cool with the date, the hours that I clocked. I told you that. So I already know what it is. Plus, I'm a union rep. I don't take no shit. I could file germ, but then once they call them, they gonna say, "Oh, he's not fired." You get what I'm saying? FYF, they the ones told me fill out the paper. I told them I was cool with the time. I said, look, I said, look, I said, obviously I'm not trying to steal time. I said, my lunch is how long? They said 45 minutes. I said, how long was it that I was clocked out? They was like 54 minutes. I said, am I trying to adjust it to get the extra time? Thank you. That's on them. That's what I was saying. This is what I got probably happening, y'all. I got me getting fired. But because I'm in a union, my union rep is going to eat that shit up at grievance. And they're going to have to bring me back. I don't got to prove my father was sick. Yeah, bro, they are. And that's the thing. I don't even have to prove that my father was sick. But I can. Because they can't take my father's hospital records. That's his HIPAA rights. They don't have no right to know nothing like that. They don't. Yeah, I got proof though. But again, I don't have to show that because it's his health. Those are his personal health records. He got the right. Say, man, y'all don't know y'all. Fuck y'all. They can't be mad at me for that. Exactly. Exactly. They trying to fire me and prolong it so they don't have to pay me. This shit is crazy. But either way, you still owe me because you gotta pay me my sick leave that I got built up. And you gotta pay me the 100 hours of vacation that you owe me. So you still owe me like $4,000, $5,000 regardless. Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Jared. I think my union rep gonna get me back in. It's just gonna take some time. The thing is, I'm gonna fucking probably be off a whole fucking month. Look, y'all, they suspended me in the middle of October in the middle of November, the 20th of November, asking me about some shit that happened the 31st of October. I asked them. Thanks, Lamont. I asked the motherfuckers, Lamont. I said, hold up. I said, do y'all got kids? They was like, yeah. I said, so you can tell me exactly what you fed your kids the other night. I said, because I can't. I said, and y'all expecting me to remember what the fuck I did? I said, man, you the one with the power of surveillance. So I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say I didn't do shit. What I'm gonna say is, what did you see? And I can just tell you what's up. That's the best I can do. That's the best I can do. And I told the cracker, I said, man, well, you ain't nobody. So I said, you ain't nobody that I feel like I need to lie to. I said, I don't lie to nobody. And I don't lie about it. I said, so we saw you sitting in your car from 12:43 to Cracker can't add. He gonna tell me I was sitting in my car for 2 hours, y'all. He said I was in my car from 12:43 to 2:03. Is that 2 hours? That's an hour and 20 minutes. When you consider that my break is 15 minutes and my lunch is 45, now we talk about 20 minutes. So if you ask me what I think, the worst you could say is I took a 20-minute unauthorized break. That's a fucking write-up. That ain't a fucking, huh? Well, that's the thing about the union, Tay. We got lawyers. That's why I said I think what's gonna happen, they're going to fire me. But once because my union rep, I done already talked to him. And he said, look, I ain't even going on vacation till I get this shit right. Don't even worry about it. He said, I just need to see what they got, Va. Don't worry about it. So what he's saying is, so what I'm figuring, when he go in with the lawyer. He go in with the lawyer. So I figure that'll take care, but I figure what they doing is they like, well, we ain't gotta pay this nigga for months though. That's what I figure what they doing. We ain't gotta pay this nigga for some months. Fuck this. That's what I figure they doing. Well, fuck them. I'm sorry. What they don't know is that I'm pulling a whoopty womp, and as we speak, I'm just waiting, y'all. I'm just waiting. Y'all just pray for me like y'all doing, and thank y'all for holding me down. Lamont, I put it in there too. Y'all just pray for me. Thank y'all for holding me down. Cause I'm telling y'all, it's something in the works. It's something in the works. And I ain't saying that like, I'm being wishful. No. Y'all see, I was proactive. Remember, I told y'all I had them 7 motherfucking interviews. All of them went great. All of them went great. I'm talking about great. I'm talking about they went like great. What's up, talking to Grandma? They went great. So I figure in about a couple of weeks, I know by the beginning of the year, I'll be good. In a couple of weeks, I know exactly what's going on, and then I can go from there. But damn, this shit been hectic, y'all. It's been fucked up. Fucked up. Fuck all cause they got me when I was vulnerable. When I was trying, you know what I'm saying? That's what pissed me off. Cause Pops was sick. And you got me when I was vulnerable. You got me. You got me when I was vulnerable. I can't even lie. Yeah. Because it could look one way if you looking at it one way. Yeah. And they can choose to do that. Now, I interviewed for full Percy. The truck driving joint. And it's another joint that's like, yeah. I told you Amazon already hired me. I did my training with them today. What was the other joint? Oh, I got interviewed tomorrow with a leasing as a head of maintenance with this leasing company. And this one it was like two more. I forgot the other two. Oh yeah, like I told you, the Tree Hugging Society. Lamont, did you see it? I put it down there again. But anyway, enough about me. Y'all been saying all the shit that's been going on. I've been missing y'all. Slim, they finally see Shador could play football, huh? Now everybody likes Shador Sanders. It's so funny. So, so when I noticed that me and Mel Kiper were on the same damn side, I knew something was wrong. I said, oh God, something's wrong. Me and Mel Kiper. When I started seeing that, I said, me and that white man don't agree on nothing. First of all, Mel Kiper looks like Dracula with that damn haircut. Me and that white man rarely agree on anything. But he been saying all year, I don't know what you guys have been watching. Shador Sanders, he's the greatest. And now people can see he can play. And now, what's wrong with the coach? Why won't he put Shador in? I don't understand. Could it be racism, man? Bro, Diesel. But see, I can't even count Skip Bayless, Diesel, Mike. Skip Bayless was on Shador balls since Shador was in college. So we can't look. There's two people. Watch this. If Bronny James all of a sudden out of nowhere become one of the premier point guards, Skip Bayless could talk shit. And Shador Sanders being a beast, Skip Bayless could talk shit. Because Skip Bayless has been saying that. I might not like Skip Bayless, but I know how to give people credit when they tell the damn truth. So, yeah, that's beautiful. Then, y'all see LeBron out that joint playing like, I love LeBron. LeBron out there giving us that Jason Kidd game. Ain't LeBron playing like where Lamont at? LeBron playing like Jason Kidd at Dallas. Remember Jason Kidd? That's how LeBron is playing. I'm looking at his numbers. He putting up R. Kelly numbers left and right. I said, oh yeah, this nigga. Then the night he scored 29, I watched it. I said, oh, everybody tired. I said, Luka back, he gunning. And am I the only person that be thinking Luka Doncic is a horrible, vicious gunner? And I don't like the way he plays basketball. Is this something wrong with me for saying that? Really? What's the difference between Carmelo and Luka Doncic? Nothing. Both of them dribble all the air. He just passed a little more. A little more. Am I the only person that think that? I want to know, goddamn. Am I the only person that think Luka Doncic should be gunning? Oh God, JJ McCarthy. Man, do not talk about JJ McCarthy. Man, my brother Ron hate JJ McCarthy with a passion. Ben said he was a bum. Ron told JJ McCarthy, college teammate. Man, that nigga's a bum. I don't think he good. Josh Wallace, they play for the Rams. We used to do moving jobs for his father when he was a kid. And his brother Jacob went to Iowa this year. He's pretty good too. He's gonna be good too. Watch out for him. So anyway, Ron was out there with him. And he told Jacob he don't think JJ McCarthy that good. That's what Ron keeps saying. Ron, like, man, the man wasn't good in college, man. He can't throw. He said, why would they pick a quarterback that never threw and figured that he could throw? That's the part that get me about. Because I even used to say that. I said, why did they get him? Think about it. Colston Loveland had 500 yards as a tight end. And I was looking, I was like, they act like this nigga was a super beast. Basically, what they were saying was that the quarterback was so bad that if he had a quarterback that could throw, Colston Loveland be Travis Kelce. Talking to Grub. What the hell are you talking about? 31 other teams. Nigga, no, it was not 31 other teams. You said it wrong. When 32 teams had 4 chances to get him. Say it the right way. Because the way you saying it make it seem like he went in the second round. No. 32 teams had 4 chances to get him. At least. 31 had 5. No. You gotta say it right, talking in Grubman. I love you, bro. But that phrasing bothered me. I was like, oh, no, talking to Grubman. No. You make it seem like He went in the second round. No, we don't need to upgrade the offense. We need to upgrade the defense and the offense. First thing we need to do, get a running back and run him. A running back that can actually break something and run. Little thing about LVZ. Two things I love about football: running backs and pass rushers, which is why my all-time favorite players are Derek Thomas and Marcus Allen. Not in that order, Marcus Allen and Derek Thomas, of course. But you get what I'm saying. So a little bit about me. I love the run game and I love defense. I love sacking the quarterback. One thing I love about the Kansas City Chiefs, since I've always been a fan, watch this. We had a guy named Bill Miles, Big Bill, white boy Bill. He could rush through the middle. Then we had a guy named Neil Smith, Dan Saliamua. Then we got young Derek Thomas. I believe you all know who he is. Then after that, we had Tamba Hali, Jared Allen, white boy Jared Allen, Justin Houston. Y'all see how this going? So we need a pass rusher. And look, talking to Grubbin, I see what you say. I feel what you're saying about a wide out, but no, we need a running back. Because the problem with us having a wide out is that Andy will never run the ball. It's bad enough that we got a good quarterback, and Andy don't never want to run the ball. But if we have a great receiver, do you realize that's the reason we lose? Think about when we had Tyreek. He wanted to throw all the time. So I feel what you're saying. I know Tyreek even talk about he want to come home, and he might. We might end up with him. But here's the thing. He 30-some years old, so it don't matter. Thank you. And guess who else we need? Hey, Dre, and guess what else we need? Guess what else we need, y'all? We don't just need a Derek Thomas. We need a Jamal Charles. We need him. Got to have him. Jamal Charles. Run the damn ball. All right, that's enough of that. Now, Stephen A. Smith went on The View and got cooked by Sonny Hostin. Sonny Hostin asked a nigga, so you just want to keep being loud and wrong? I mean, you can call it what you want to call it. No, I think Mahari. Amen. They know you gonna pass the ball. A true number one receiver. P. Worthy could be that. He is the best route runner on the team. And nah, let me mess with you, Percy B. Percy B, let me fuck with you for a minute. Cause I'm picking up what you're putting down, but Rashid is a great receiver. These niggas do be dropping the ball, but y'all know Patrick Mahomes don't know how to throw a back shoulder throw. Do you know that? Did you know that, Percy? I'm not making that up. Patrick Mahomes doesn't know how to throw a back shoulder throw. And let's be honest, a lot of those receivers is open if he could actually put the ball in front of him. He ain't able to do that like that no more. If y'all watching us play for real, because I have, that nigga kill a lot of earthworms with his passes. A lot of times, his arm don't go all the way up no more. I don't know, Felix. I've been saying since last year, I think the nigga arm shot. Somebody said, what? I said, yeah. I said, he been passing more than any quarterback ever in the history of quarterbacking. I said, if you don't believe that nigga arm shot, why can't he throw it deep like he used to? He cannot get the ball in front of niggas no more. He used to throw the shit in front of Tyreek. Tyreek got to run it down and catch it. Worthy is faster than Tyreek, but not that much faster. With every time he got to slow down. He can't, for some reason, he don't. And then when he do, it's by accident. Then when he do get it in front of him, he don't mean to do it. Because it'd be too high. I think he arm shot. That's true, Mahar. He rarely does. But look, I think he arm shot. And I'm going to give y'all an example. Felix. That's my point. If you listen to what you just said, you don't need to have crazy arm injuries to be arm shot. All you got to do is throw all the fucking time. You getting hit. You getting sacked. You getting slammed. You running. You falling. You bracing yourself. Your shit might not be broke up, but it ain't what it was. And then you playing all the way to the Super Bowl. Joe Burrow threw his motherfucking wrist out from all the throwing he had to do, and he be hurt half the time. What the fuck? Am I buffering? Remember that. Joe Burrow hurt his joint just throwing. Are you tripping? Am I tripping? You don't have to have arm injuries to be arm shot. Watch this. Major League Baseball pitchers, the best ones, always have a what kind of surgery, y'all? Okay, Felix, good. Tommy John. Am I crazy? How do they get the Tommy John injury? Because they pitching all the time, and it's always the ones with the strongest arm. So you think a motherfucker who throw 40 times, 35 times, 37 times, 50 times a game, you don't think that take its toll? And then you dropping back, getting hit all the time. You landing on them shoulders. You come, seriously. That's what I notice. The ball don't go as far, Felix. Watch some of our game. I noticed it. Look, I said it 2 years ago when we won the Super Bowl. Nigga was like, "What, Val? Why you on Pat like that?" I said, "Man, Pat ain't the same." Like what? I said, "Man, Pat can't throw that rocket no more. I think he arm shot." I said, "I think we need to run the ball more." That's why I keep telling people I want us to miss the playoffs. Patrick Mahomes has never had a rest. People like Tom Brady never missed the playoffs. Yes, he did. Guess how? We injured his fucking knee. And it was hard for Tom Brady to be arm shot because they ran the fucking ball every year. I've been saying that shit for a while. Pat arm strength don't look the same. Right, Nikki. Bernard Pollard injured him. And when Bernard Pollard injured his ass, that gave him a year off. And then Matt Castle bum ass came to play for us. That's the only reason I like Mahomes. He one of the only quarterbacks we had. He was an in-house quarterback. We ain't go get nobody else's shit. We went and got Elvis. We went and got Gannon. We went and got Trent. I like Trent, Elvis, who else? Alex. We always went to San Francisco. I liked Alex. Lisa talked about what I was thinking about. Trump in the national parks. Trump said, fuck Martin Luther King birthday and fuck Juneteenth. We're going to come to the parks on my birthday. Ain't no, we not. Dre, this the funny shit. I like Kareem and Pop too, man. One of them niggas got to go, though. One of them, I prefer it to be Isaiah. Watch this. What's up, Lala, my love? I prefer Isaiah to be gone. I'm going to tell you why. He got 2 rings. Kareem don't. I want Kareem to get a ring. They call Patrick Mahomes the Magic Man. Watch this, y'all. Nigga asked me, why you a Chiefs fan? I said, same reason I'm a Lakers fan. Magic Man, Worthy, and Kareem, nigga. Ask me why I'm a Chiefs fan. The same reason I'm a Lakers fan. They got the Magic Man, Worthy, and Kareem. Fuck no. Wig wearing faggot. My bad. I know, YouTube. I'm sorry. I know. I got to bleep that out. What's up with the Somalis, bruh? What's up with the Somalis? Joy Reid just called suit. A MAGA blowhard called Stephen A. Smith a useful idiot. We never had a high percentage of Cowboy fans. They just loud and they stick out more because of all of the motherfucking Commander fans. But yeah, them motherfuckers still here. They still here. But I don't think we got a high percentage of Cowboy fans. It's always 1 or 2 in a sea of 50. Getting their ass out of here. Damn, Somali. Nigga. And you stay in the house, Mahari. I don't want them to call you no damn Somali. If they come around, you just start swinging your head at them. Man. Just swing that motherfucker head at them. Don't come closer. I'll give you CTE. He laughing right now, la la. He gonna barricade the neighborhoods. ICE agents retreating. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This going on involving Somali for real though. This little Willikers like, come on, Williker, why I'm bogus? You know that was funny. Nah, I know you just showing me love. I know you showing me love. You, my brother from the shot. It's a bro, you bogus for that one. I told nigga go outside, just start swinging his head. Swing your head at him. I miss Mahari, man. I miss y'all for real. But that shit had me scared. They was talking that shit about, and I thought about it. I said, man, Mahari be out and about. And y'all don't know, Mahari be out and about. He's a man about town. Watch his Instagram. Mahari be everywhere. That nigga ain't like a big head wall though. That nigga this nigga's at the Minnesota game. Why is this nigga at the motherfucking Timberwolves game? That nigga at the Minnesota Lynx game. This nigga's everywhere. Where's this nigga? Why is he there? I'm telling y'all, I'm not lying. Follow him. Follow him on. I follow. I'm not. I'm like, this nigga be everywhere. With shades on the shit, smiling, with a jersey on the shit. So this nigga with Justin Jefferson. Why is he? This nigga's with Addison. I know his motherfucking godfather. He with him, and I'm not even with you. I do. I know Jordan Addison godfather. Yeah, I'm not lying to y'all. That nigga, that's why I was afraid. I was worried. I said, man, that nigga Mahari be every fucking way. I'm like, these motherfuckers. I said, these motherfuckers, they just fuck. I said, but Mahari teeth ain't fucked up. So they gonna think. Let me see your teeth. He's not Somalian. He's good. He's good. Teeth are straight. Mahari teeth ain't fucked up. So they gonna know he not Somalian. What? I said something wrong? Who don't know that Somalian got them? Look, that's why Mahari laughing. Yeah, Mahari grill good. He got an FBA grill, so he good. His grill. Cause you know it's a foreign. I hate to say it is a such thing as a foreign grill. Where I was at, that's a bunch of foreign grill. I'm like, God damn. God damn. Willikers, no, my brother. It's that okay, let me see. Let me see. Let me show you some Somalians. No, bro. No, nigga. Somalians look like kids who suck their thumbs. All of them do. It's something about their grills, bruh. I'm sorry, bruh. It's something about every time I say, oh, they small. Look at them teeth. Some of that shit Tariq say has some merit. I love you, Mo Boxing, but I bet you Mo Boxing. Hello, this is Mo Boxing. Long as he ain't bucking his eyes, I'm happy. But yes, long as he ain't bucking his eyes, he good. Solid with you, brother. But your grill, I'm gonna flame your grill. I know what top 5 look like. His grill is fucked up, Willikers. You talking about the Drake dude, Drake friend that's beefing with him now, ain't you? I said that, Mahari. But honestly, Eritreans don't have fucked up teeth. Most of y'all, I knew an Eritrean girl. I was like, you ain't Ethiopian, but you, she said, everybody always said, no. I said, I'm gonna tell you the truth. That girl upstairs, Ethiopian, your teeth ain't like, and she started laughing like shit. Right. He got them thick teeth. Oh, thick tooth ass nigga. Thick tooth nigga. See, look at Dre. I used to work with an Ethiopian and Eritrean girl. I used to work with him when I used to work in the mall. I used to kick it with him, and I'd come down kick it with the Ethiopian girl, and her complexion. I used to love the Eritrean girl, and she was thick as hell. I'm like, baby, what are you? Eritrean, LeVar. Eritrean. Nigga, I don't know. That shit like, so you not an Ethiopian. No, I said, I can see the difference though. What? I said, because your teeth. She started laughing like shit. I said, you got a pretty smile like me. Motherfuckers hate when I do that. That's that all-American smile. Hey, Jack, you can depend on me. That's that all-American smile. That's that coon smile, y'all. See, you can trust it don't look the same because I got facial hair. But if you take my shit off, nah, that's the coon smile. Nah, this the all-American. The coon smile hurt. Right, Willikers. You can't teach that smile. We born with that smile. Good to be seen, sis. Good to be seen. I missed y'all for real. Feel it. Fuck you, man. I'm crazy. That ain't you. You see that smile, nigga? You don't think USA? That's that Captain America, boy. Give me a shield. Nigga, I look like Captain America. What you talking about? Right, Dre, with the thumbs up. That smile says USA. Thank you, Felix. My man Trill Will, welcome Trill Will to the motherfucking club, baby. We smooth. Right. Thank you, Will. No, Aaron, that's that 54th Regiment smile. Uncle Sam wants you. We ain't got no Uncle Andre wants you. Eat all your broccoli, kids. Telling you. Show the kids that right there. Bet you they eat their broccoli. Bet you they eat their broccoli. Right. There you go. G.I. Joe. Tell the truth. Y'all been on a lot of motherfucking YouTube podcasts, all y'all, even some of y'all YouTubers. Y'all know I'm your favorite YouTuber. Everybody knows that. Your favorite YouTuber love them some LVZ. They got to. I'm gonna say the shit that need to be said. some shit just needs to be said. I'm gonna say that shit. I don't give a fuck. Trump orders CNN to be sold. How do you what? United States seizes oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela. Oh my God. I gotta see how old Santee doing. I miss Santee. I ain't hollered at Santee anymore. Cause Santee was off that Tariq shit, baby, and I had to. You know what I'm saying? I love all my brothers, but sometimes you gotta let them do them. You see what I'm saying? Santee was off his Tariq thing and stuff like that. And that's cool. I ain't mad. Thanks, Eric. And thanks, Rod. Good looking. So Bill Gates, hey, get him. Hey, I don't think nothing. I think they should go to jail, but ain't nobody gonna go to jail. That's what I think. I think. I think this. I think when we season fucking oil tankers, something weird about to happen. You know? Look, United States has always been some cold bullies that go hard and thug it out. Bruiser will no. Who is Alpha Male Network? Alpha Male. Who is Alpha? Yes, he did. That's what I'm reading. Oh, Black Alpha. I told you. Because that's his main. That Black Alpha is of the same Griff type shit, you know. Oh, Black Alpha Network, yeah. Talk about Black Alpha Network, yeah. You talk about Black Alpha Network, yeah, yeah. I figured yeah. You notice that nigga wasn't trying to ask me back when I cooked him. Also, Tariq about to learn real hard that tokens get spent. We ain't trying to hit his crime when he get booted by the maggot. Yeah. Yeah, that I told you, Tariq ain't nothing but Tommy with a motherfucking baseball cap backwards. Fuck, I'm tired of the. Oh, I'm a cool coon who knows. No, I'm a cool coon. At what point do you become just like? At what point do you become just like a white man? Right. At what point do you become just like a white man? I don't. Well, what do you mean, LVZ? Okay. You exploit your people. They really wasn't beefing at first. They was friends at first. But Tommy got jealous of hitting colors. Y'all know, y'all remember that I told y'all Dr. Randy Short is a registered Republican. Shit, he says it. And that nigga bragged about a Peckerwood being in his family. I said, well, no, he was basically somebody's slave man. Well, I mean, he bragged to me about the Peckle. I said, yeah, well, ain't none of them Peckerwoods in my family. Yeah, Tommy did a bullshit movie nobody watched. And the reason nobody watched it, because the movie came out when it wasn't supposed to come out. In other words, he was supposed to have done the movie years before he actually did the movie. And that's how Tariq got his clout. Tariq called him out for scamming the people. Then Black Authority called him out for scamming the people. The people remember the Black Authority, Tommy Sotomayor, and Tariq Nasheed were all on the same accounts. They were cool. At one point, Black Authority liked Tommy Sotomayor. But then he changed. He started calling them out for cooning. I knew Tommy was a cool. I never liked Tommy Sotomayor. That's what always perplexed me about Tariq and Black Authority. I was like, man, yeah, y'all cool, but why did y'all think Tommy wasn't anything other than a coon? Did y'all hear this? I'm just saying this. Did y'all hear this?
As we approach that key date of December the 15th, that is when 82 players become eligible to be traded. So let's welcome in our senior insider, Shams Charania now. Shams, you reported that several Eastern Conference contenders, they are preparing to pursue Anthony Davis here. What is Dallas truly weighing, and what could the trade market here look like?
Look, they're weighing whether to trade Anthony Davis or reach an extension and a commitment on an extension in the offseason, depending on whether Anthony Davis is able to gel with this group, how this team looks over the next few weeks with Cooper Flag and a more healthy team. And that's exactly what Mavs interim co-general managers Michael Finley and Matt Riccardi discussed when they met recently with AD's agent Rich Paul at Clutch Sports. Paul told them that he wants the Mavs to either commit on an extension in the offseason or trade AD. And so the Mavs will evaluate the next several weeks. There's no question around the league that trade talks to some extent will occur, and 3 Eastern Conference teams that I'm told will emerge as suitors for Anthony Davis are the Pistons, Raptors, and the Atlanta Hawks. You're looking at packages around role players, picks, potentially expiring contracts, and picks. This is someone that spent his entire NBA career in the Western Conference. He's a 10-time All-Star. So clearly there's a group of Eastern Conference contenders viewing him as a game changer to reshape the East.
Interesting. All right, so let's get our front office insider Bobby Marks in here, because we're hearing the Pistons, the Hawks, and the Raptors. So draw it up here, Bobby. What could it look like?
Well, I think Detroit is certainly the most interesting team, the best team in the Eastern Conference right now, and they do have all of the assets to go out and make an Anthony Davis trade. Remember, Anthony Davis is making $54 million. We've got to include a big expiring contract, and that certainly starts
Tobias
Harris here. And then they've got some of these young players. Jay Ivey's on an expiring contract. Ron Holland also here. Remember, they all have all their first-round picks to put in a trade. We're not going to do that right now. And when you look at that deal, that works. That's kind of looking like the framework. if Detroit wanted to go out and do an Anthony Davis type trade. But remember, this is, as I said, this is the best team in the Eastern Conference. Do you want to disrupt what you have?
What's up, Lahoma?
Bobby, I want to go into your brain really quick because you said something that is blowing my mind. This is the best team in the East. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So if you're thinking about AD adding, Jalen Duren's having an amazing year, 19-5. They're already fourth in rebounding percentage, fourth in defense. If you're a GM, why would you make this move?
Well, Anthony Davis is a top 20 player when he's on the court. I think that's the biggest thing. Now, the concern, Chene, is pairing Davis with Duren,
Jalen Duren,
who's a free agent this summer. Then you've got to extend Anthony Davis. Do you want to commit $90 million to those two players in the near future here? That's a big dilemma that you've got to go back. Remember, the trade deadline is not the quarter mark. It's basically you've got 20 games left in the season. It's a big question.
Right.
Yeah, big
The
game.
benefit of the viewer here, Monica, when Sinead proposed that and saying pairing Duren alongside Anthony Davis, your reaction to that was, yeah, there's a little bit of this going on. Sounded like Atlanta a little bit.
I don't like that. Yeah, to me, I think chemistry is so fragile, and unfortunately, Anthony Davis has had an injury history. The Pistons largely have been durable in terms of their core guys, so I don't necessarily love that. If we were going to do this, Atlanta is the team that I've been curious about. They've been hanging out in purgatory, if you will, not terrible, but also not necessarily competing. But they've got athletes, and Anthony Davis, I think, is a better fit there potentially.
Well,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Well, here's Atlanta for you, right here.
Right, let's
And
see.
when you're looking at it, certainly with Anthony Davis, it has to start with the contract of Kristaps
Porzingis, I'm about to say.
Now, how do you get the money to work, getting up to $45 million? Now you're talking about touching some of your, whether it be a Luke Kennard, some of your minimum players. Now, here's the question. That Pelican pick that they have, that's basically, you put it in the vault and you lock it up, and we'll see you in June here. They do have some other draft assets here when you're looking at. They also have a first-round pick from New Orleans or Milwaukee next year, some of their own first. So you could get to a Davis-type deal. You still have Trae Young under contract here, who is going to have a player option here. And then it gets back to, do you want to extend Anthony Davis with this group moving forward?
Four-time champion Klay Thompson. So, Shams, how are the Mavs approaching his situation here?
Look, I'm told the Mavericks will be open to exploring the Klay Thompson market. And Klay Thompson himself, my understanding is, wants to be in a contending situation. He's someone that committed to this Mavericks team in 2024 free agency to join Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving off a team that made it to the NBA Finals.
What's up, babe?
Luka Doncic is gone. This is a below 500 team. He himself got off to a slow start, but he has picked it up 40% shooting in the last 10 games, both ends of the floor. The Mavericks will be entertaining talks between now and the trade deadline.
Okay, so these are questions that they're going to be looking at even before the trade deadline, December 15th.
Okay. Klay Thompson, get traded. We could use Klay Thompson. But who will we trade? Luka and Klay Thompson with LeBron, Austin Reeves, and fucking Big Aiton running around. Threes galore, baby.
When more players are eligible to be traded. And then, of
What's up,
course, there is the
Dragonfly?
big one, the huge question, and that lies in Milwaukee, where questions, they continue to come up because the Bucks, they've dropped 10 of their last 12 games. Of course, Giannis is sidelined with that calf strain, but the Bucks, they're sliding, and based on your reporting, Shams, there seems like there's a real sense around the league that this next
Where he
month
from?
could determine the direction of the entire
Where he
franchise,
from?
centering around Giannis's future. So what are the real pressure points, Shams, inside the organization right now? And how quickly could these conversations escalate
Where he from?
if the losses keep piling up?
See?
Wins and losses. That's the nature of the business right now in Milwaukee. Giannis Antetokounmpo wants
I'm
to
just
play
saying.
and compete for a second NBA championship. This is a Bucks team right now that's playing and competing for a back-end play-in tournament slot. And so they're 10-15 right now. Conversations are active and open as of last week between Giannis' side, his agent Alex Saraxis, and the Milwaukee Bucks. And my understanding is the locker room can also feel the tension at play here and the harder dialogue that
Where Giannis should go, y'all?
how this team
Where should Giannis go?
the rest of this month. They have 6 of their next 9 games on the road. So this is a tough schedule coming up that the Bucks have. So it'll come down to wins and losses, how this team looks before the February 5th NBA trade deadline.
Okay.
Where should
right,
Giannis
there are
go?
More losses for the Milwaukee Bucks that are piling up.
I want to hear what y'all say.
As it stands right now. So, Bobby, we know that Giannis has said in the past that it would make sense he wants to go to New York. So make that work for us.
Well, let's play the hypothetical game. I think it's important first to look at Milwaukee, what they don't have to offer here. Draft picks here. They only have a 2031 or 2032 pick to go out and actually upgrade this roster. They actually don't control their pick until 2031. So when you're looking at it, if we bring New York in, and this is not cut and dry, because this is a Knicks team that has the second best record in the Eastern Conference here. When you're looking at it, Giannis, and we're putting Kyle Kuzma in the mix here just to get the numbers to work. It certainly has to start with Karl Anthony Towns.
What do you mean? They could go straight up.
Identically,
Right.
same amount here.
Okay.
We took the
ATL
restriction off Mikal Bridges, who can be traded as of February 1st. And when you look at this deal, remember, New York has no tradable first. This deal works.
Right.
2 core pieces out of this Knicks team. That is a hard decision for that Knicks front office.
Monica McNutt, you cover the Knicks incredibly closely, and our show is on in you know various TVs around.
That's
various
fucked up,
Knicks
DJ.
facilities here. And we're seeing things like that. Is this something that you play? Are people talking about this, or is this sort of okay? We're gonna just see what happens.
People are absolutely talking about
All right.
it. And just
Big
like
dog,
Sean
that's
said,
fucked up
Milwaukee
with you.
feels it. New York has felt it. Karl Anthony Towns has voiced how much he enjoys being in New York and has obviously understands the nature of the game. But I think what Bobby said is something that I think about as this could potentially unfold. 2 key pieces in a team that has been building over the last 4 years in terms of chemistry, and they're not bad. On paper, could we look at the various differences between Giannis Antetokounmpo and Karl Anthony Towns? For sure. Like, and I take nothing away from that, but I do think it's not that this team is not performing well this year, and chemistry is very delicate.
Monty, now it's your turn. I want to pick your brain because I think a lot of people, maybe the average NBA fan, would be like, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo, a guy who averaged 30 points per game the last 3 years, 12 rebounds on 60% shooting.
To the Clippers here.
Tier 1 NBA guy. Can you sort of make the case for why maybe you bet on this core for the Knicks?
Well, exactly that. I think anytime, let's go back into our last few champions, right? Like the only outlier in terms of add superstar and win a championship was the Toronto Raptors when Kawhi Leonard did.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen in 1 year. And so you're mentioning just for the exercise, make
I don't
the case
think
not
he
to
should
do this.
go
You want to make
nowhere.
this move in February.
Yep.
You've got
I think
3
he should
months to
stay in
really
Milwaukee,
acclimate,
but if
right?
it's
It's
true
gonna
he
cost you
wants
not just
out,
one
he
of your
should
key
go
pieces,
to
but
the
it's gonna cost you
Wizards or
another star.
something.
Right?
Yeah.
That has been working on this chemistry and
I don't agree with
for 2 seasons now.
And I
We'll
would say
hold
the
the
other
player
case is
hostage.
maybe
I
that
don't
you
need.
get Giannis so that you extend your championship window outside of just this year where you're narrow viewed.
Not to mention, what are you looking at? Oh, wait. Oh, that's me bumping my head on the ceiling that is the Oklahoma City. For you, right now, he is the #1 pick in this draft.
He is the #1 pick for me because of his ceiling and how high he can get to.
Yep.
His floor might be lower than some other players, but his ceiling is as elite as any player in this draft. And for me, that's why he's the #1 pick. And
Yeah.
you see him on another NBA floor tonight in MSG.
And you have all of the real-time
What
data
makes
here. You've been
AJ
watching
the bastard?
these guys play. But Bobby Marks, you actually have been drafting these guys in a previous life. So in your mind, do you agree with Sean? Is AJ the #1 pick here?
I will tend to disagree right now, and it's not just based off this one play we're going to show you. I think there's a 6'9" forward down at Duke who's been pretty good so far. This is the Florida game last week, 16 seconds left, Duke up 1. Watch Cameron Boozer up top, switch on Boogie Flan,
Boozer
who
been
just hit a
playing.
3, and then shift over and basically pick up Flan again. Turnover right here, end of game, ball game here. What NBA executives like, 7'1" wingspan, the ability to guard smaller defenders here right now. We still got a long way to go.
Yeah.
23-10 so far for an undefeated Duke team.
How's Cam being viewed here?
Well, I think Cam is very much so in this mix, all right? We heard Darren say, hey, I've got a little Devin.
You mean
Booker in me.
Tyrese Maxey,
Team
Kentucky?
You want to comp for here? How about Kevin Love?
Sure.
Versatility, ability to shoot from the outside, an excellent passer. The concern I have for him, again, his floor, best floor in this entire draft. He's the most polished freshman in college basketball. His ceiling, though, is a little bit lower than those 2 guys
Interesting.
over on that side because of the lack of athleticism that he has. He's not going to be able to overpower. He overpowers a lot of
Yeah.
players in college. I wonder if that's going to translate and overpower at the same level that we're seeing in college at the NBA level.
It's the depth of this draft class. I'm really interested to see how
By the
it
way,
plays
saying
out.
Kevin Love is not a slight.
Right,
by the
as
way.
we march towards June here, but it is
Hold up. Why you don't like Boozer? But are you a Dookie? I mean, are you a Tar Heel fan or something? What Boozer do? From those guys start with SGA. Love the ski. Oh, that's fucked up. What you say is Snow Bunny Central out there? You said niggas like Oprah. You get a snow bunny. You get a snow bunny. You get a snow bunny. Yeah, you got my nerve. No, he said that the players, all the players for the motherfucker, what you call it? He said all the players for the Thunder got a white woman. Right. Stephen A is what? No, it's not you, my brother. He is very much worse than Jason Whitlock. It's to the point where he be talking shit about Whitlock, and I be like, I, nigga, do you know who you are? I be wanting to say, brother, don't you know you? You do know you Stephen A. Smith, right? I'm just saying. I feel like Rick James. I must have lost my mind. Sitting up here talking about some Charlie Murphy kicking my ass. Oh shit. I was for real. That's how I was listening. I said, hold on. Let me rewind that. Nigga, do you think, hold on. Who's gonna look? I said like, who's gonna tell him? He don't really know. Right. Hell of a drug. Cooning is a hell of a drug. I swear, y'all, that's this how I felt. I must have lost my mind. That nigga, yeah, hey, look, Bass, I'm glad you said that. That nigga said on the joint, he said, man, I could see you talk about Brandon Tatum or the Candace, or he named all the coons. I said, this nigga listen to them. This nigga really listened to him. That's why he mentioned him. They the buck dance. They gonna have a coon off. Have a coon off. Sambo showdown. I can buck my eyes bigger than you. I can do the coon smile wider. God damn, that shit hurt. He said ticket and 2 Raw being announced. Kwame Brown to be the judge. I'm not fucking with Aaron Ford. Go ahead. I'm not fucking with y'all. Y'all trying to get me in trouble. You trying to get me in trouble. It don't be no fucks given on my channel, Slim. None. Eating two raw ball pops in front of the TV. That's his name. This is eating 2 raw ball parts in front of the TV. Oh yeah, all them niggas is douches. Niggas a bunch of douches. Rest in peace, motherfucker. Rest in peace, LB, man. Niggas some douches. Niggas a bunch of douches. Rest in peace, bro. Niggas some douches. Y'all gonna be bug dancing and shit. I died, man that died and shit. Look, real shit that happened, y'all niggas still bucking your eyes for YouTube money. Fuck going on, man. That's not what it is. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not, but I swear to God, I ain't gonna. Y'all never got worried about me. Also, what about black on black crime? All white people ain't bad. Ain't never. I just be broke, nigga. Fuck that. Y'all love me shit. Look. Y'all look, I just said something about my job today. Look. Y'all looked out for me and everything. So fuck what they talking about. It's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. It's really not. Man, we all got shit we gotta go through, man, but we can't give up and sell out, man. Selling out can't be it, man. And now he done turned to 50 Cent. I'm not watching that shit. Fuck 50 Cent. Make a document about yourself. Bruh, I'm not watching that shit. I am not watching no Diddy documentary. I'm not watching. I thought about that shit. I was like, all right, okay. What? I don't care. $50 Cent a weasel, Slim. Cause he know because it's a nigga already with scandal behind him. Let me expose him. You Wendy Williams ass nigga. Expose him about what? And watch the Diddy doc. No, I'm not. Good. That's right. Tell him take it to the hole, Shaquille. Take it to the hole. Tell him Uncle Visa say take it to the rack on they dumb ass. And work on his free throws. Because he gonna get to that line a whole lot. Let me tell you one thing, DJ Reese. LeBron James is still one of the greatest players to ever play the game. He should dominate and score 40 points a game. My granddaddy used to say, Big Perk. Bet, DSA, bet. That's what he sound like to me, DSA. He do be saying some dumb shit. Sometimes we look, right, Perk, you smarter than that. But it's like that nigga Chris Clancy, man. They done went to the school of Stephen A. Now it ain't even about making sense. You posted the making sense got thank you. Thank you, base. Yeah, bro. Like I said, that's what my union for. So Yeah, DJ Reese. Look at my nigga. Where my nigga Kendall at? Where my nigga Kendall? Jim Rome be saying inflammatory shit about black people. A lot of times, I be seeing Jim Rome defending shit that niggas be doing. Yeah, I about to say, yeah, oh, he just make hot take. Yeah, about white people. But Jim be right. No, it's a difference, base. Jim Rome has been doing that for 30, 40 years. Hot takes about white people and been right. The reason he got famous when he called out Jim Everett. So no, he not like Rome. Because Rome ain't even blow up like he was supposed to as a white guy. Because he always went after white people. That's literally why you got to go find Jim Rome now. Jim Rome still, I know, working. But they buried old Jim Rome. Jim Rome was the original hot take guy. You know, ain't nobody gonna say it. I said, you know what got Jim Rome buried? I can tell you, I watched it. I can tell you, I said, oh, he'll never work again. Yes, Jim Rome is still supposed to be on a network, though. He not supposed to be on YouTube doing a podcast like me. Jim Rome is a fucking accomplished journalist and a writer. He not supposed to be doing that. Right, he was on CBS, but they buried him there. No, because he's not an ass kisser. This one got his ass fired. Y'all remember the brawl in the palace, right? This when I knew they was gonna bury him and he'd never be a highlight again. When all that shit was going on during the brawl in the palace, everybody, even black people, was trying to call Ron Artest. Yes, and all of them bad guys. He said, hey, look, NBA, this is what I'm burning. Calling them thugs. He said, look, this is what I'm burning on. Hey, can we at least admit a jerk throws a beer on me and I'm minding my damn business at work? I might just take off. But Ron Artest, Steven Jackson, you can't go out there behaving like that in the middle of a crowd, caving guys' face in. But when they come back on the court and these idiots run up on, he said, but I don't understand for the life of me why Jermaine O'Neal is being suspended when these idiots ran up on him and he caved their face in. I'm good with it. And here's what I said, nigga, you'll never work again. They don't talk about it. They don't never say it. They don't let nobody say it. I don't know if you can find it, but I swear to God, Jim Rome basically condoned that shit. And I was like, yeah, Rome. I was psyched. And I said, he'll never work again. I'm about to say, if you old enough, you remember that. He said that shit. He was basically like, hey, shit, motherfucker, I'm at work, a motherfucker come here and throw a beer at me, I might go after him. Like, but I understand you can't go into the stand. But when they return to the floor and guys are rushing them, why is Jermaine O'Neal suspended? And why was Fred Jones suspended? He was getting his ass whooped. And why was Fred Jones suspended? That nigga in the stands was whooping his ass. The security saved him. Dude was firing on Fred. That nigga got suspended for 5 games for getting his ass whooped. I'd have protested. I was like, hold on, nigga whoop my ass. I'm getting suspended. That nigga went to jail. Why? That nigga went to jail for what he did to me. Really, he went to jail. That shit was assault. He beat the shit out of Fred. Turns out, who was that? They said that nigga was a part of somebody. I want to say D12. I want to say he was linked to Proof or D12 or somebody like that. Right. Yeah. Yeah, D12, not B12 DSA, D12. I want to say that's who he was linked to. He whooped Fred Jones' ass. And got banned from, and the only reason I know because he was banned from the game for life. He had his son with him, beating the shit out of Fred Jones. I know that kid was proud of his dad that day. I swear. Shit, I ain't know till after he was like banned and it came up. Yep, that's proof. They did that too. He got hit up. Let me see. Man in Auburn Palace brawl linked to D12. Hold up. Man who beat up Fred Jones in Auburn Palace brawl. Let me see. Charges. God damn it. There's too much information on this shit. They said Ben Wallace's brother got locked up. That nigga Fred Jones got lumped up. Good night, Percy. What up, Weebay? Had to come kick it with the fam for a couple of hours. Had to. It's been a while. What the fuck is Adam Mockler talking about, man? What happened? What is he talking about? Let me see what this white boy talking about.
Whether you're a seasoned off-roader or getting your vehicle trail ready,
Cause God.
has rugged off-roader.
Hey everybody, Adam Mockler here. I'm in the middle of an intense travel day, but I wanted to take a second to report on some insane breaking news that we just got out of the Caribbean. The United States has officially seized an oil tanker off of the coast of Venezuela in a major escalation and in an act of war. If there's nothing else to call it, this is an act of war. Now, don't mistake this. I'm not taking Maduro's side, but when Donald Trump is repeatedly using a show of force from the United States, like pirates, Like we're acting like pirates, just grabbing oil tankers and stealing ships. We are acting like war criminals by striking boats in the Caribbean repeatedly with no due process.
Babe,
And we
she
are
is so
acting like
beautiful.
gangsters when we put a no-fly space above Venezuela with no warning and no communication. Donald Trump, through a repeated show of force from the United States, is currently attempting to oust Nicolas Maduro, the leader of Venezuela, and replace him with somebody that is more friendly with the United States. Now, just for some clarity, Nicolas
Tells your
Maduro
boy
is a
bring his
terrible
ass
human
on.
being and a terrible leader. We want him gone. None of this is to play defense for the Venezuelan regime, but the way that Donald Trump is doing it is not only reckless, dumb, short-sighted, fascistic, lacking due process. I could continue with words and words, but Donald Trump is doing this in the worst possible way. For example, just today, we learned that he is seizing an oil tanker off of the coast of Venezuela with no communication, no reasoning. Pam Bondi's reason was not only BS, but it was incredibly vague. This means the United States is on the cusp of yet another war for regime change and oil. No matter how much the Trump administration wants to claim that they are different from prior Republican administrations, that they are pro-worker, that they are anti-war, that they're the pro-peace tickets, they are basically the same as prior administrations.
This cracker done just hijack Reese Waters, Minnesota Somali leader, now sees the racism. Mahar, Reese Waters got a video talking about Minnesota Somali leaders now sees the racism. Oh, now you. Well, guess what else you gonna see? A plane ticket home. We see the inside of a C-54. What is it? C-730. A cargo plane, nigga, is what I'm saying. Reese cool. I fucks with Reese. That nigga said he see the racism now. One of them cargo planes. Look, it's something with a C. Something with a C, nigga. That's what you gonna see. I see the racism, yeah. Mm-hmm. That nigga said, they said Nick Fuentes is a virgin. I believe. Mm. Hey, he's moist. Who don't know he's moist though? Him, Lindsey Graham, who else was moist? Charlie, Benny Johnson, Mike John, some of those white Johns. Hey, what's in the name? We love the Johnsons, I bet you do. Yeah, they love ballparks. They're not LeBron fans. They love Jordan. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm trying to see this shit right here. Yeah, did you make your lunch, boy? That's why I said you need to be over here. Nah, I'm looking at this Trump CNN shit, and CNN supposed to be sold to Netflix. Netflix was gonna buy CNN, and it's like they saying Trump gonna be involved. And how you gonna be involved, bro? Do you realize this? I mean, crackers already control the media, but do you realize what you will see if crackers like this controls all of the media? He is making it so who he wants, he wants who he wants to be in media, on media, from there, like every channel. Exactly. And under that umbrella base, CNN is under there. Yeah. CNN is under the under that. But Netflix said that they was gonna buy it because they got more money than all of them anyway. Because what he want one of the yeah, he want to do it just like Barry Weiss and all of them. Hmm. He want him to be able to buy that too. But Ellison already tied up in one of them, and media gonna fail if one person. Yeah, because the deal already passed. With Netflix gonna get him. So he mad. See, that's what I'm talking. There you go, right there. Okay, I found it.
Understanding. It's what we're all after. So let's make it ours.
Some of the richest billionaires and companies in the world now battling over buying the Warner Brothers empire and possibly CNN as well. It's a high stakes clash which has Hollywood and Washington riveted. The Ellison family, Trump allies, jumping in now with this whopping $108 billion hostile bid to try to get Warner and CNN. The famed studio had basically accepted the outline from Netflix in principle, but the story is far from over. Warner Brothers must consider all offers and ultimately get past any DOJ monopoly concerns. Lawmakers are already concerned on that front. Any new combined company will have more power over the information and media ecosystem. And many creatives and democracy advocates warn against this type of consolidation. There's criticism and concerns about corporate greed, which could be bad for creatives and for market competition, depending on who you ask. The bidding war is so expensive that even the richest firms in the world, like Netflix, one of the magnificent 7 biggest stocks in our entire economy, they still need extra money for this deal. Netflix taking bank financing, the Ellison Group I mentioned, taking some controversial potential money from Gulf states, and tapping a walking conflict of interest in Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner. All of this has drawn jokes from a comic who, remember, is still employed by the Paramount company that the Ellisons bought.
My beloved parent company, Paramount, reportedly launched a hostile takeover bid for Warner Brothers valued at $108 billion. Wow. I gotta say, if my company's got that kind of green, I'm sure they can afford to uncancel one of their best shows. Their bid includes $24 billion from Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Abu Dhabi wealth funds. And when the dictator of Saudi Arabia gives you billions of dollars, I'm sure there's no catch.
No catch, right? Just a little friendly international business. TBD, but if there is another catch here that's getting a lot of attention, it's that Donald Trump clearly wants CNN to go to new owners and to change. He admits his demands to censor and distort.
So it will be owned by Zionists and Saudi oil money?
CBS, which is now owned by that company, and has demanded programming changes at CNN if his friends get a hold of it. Remember, Trump has attacked any press that's critical. He's taken Shoot the Messenger to new levels. He's currently still suing the Fox News sister outlet, the Wall Street Journal, over reports about Epstein that have been verified, that are not really in doubt. He's tried to sue the Messenger, getting strong-arm settlements from those media companies, and he's tried to cancel the Messenger in the failed bid to get Jimmy Kimmel fired. So he's shooting away. But what you see now is he has billionaire allies literally also trying to buy the Messenger. Remember, the government is barred from abusing powers like regulation to control free speech. Yet Trump wants his billionaire ally to get a hold of CNN over the other corporate bidders. He said today, it's imperative that CNN be sold. He said, because, quote, I think the people running CNN right now are corrupt or incompetent. The politician wants to pull the strings of the free press, which is a problem as old as the founding of this country, which is why of all the amendments, the first one is about preventing would-be autocrats from doing just that. And Trump's long obsession over his legacy media coverage, these messengers, shows as well that some of these outlets do still matter, even if they face more competition from streaming and podcasts and the internet, even if there's press.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, the reason I was looking at that and worried about that is because I'm like, that shit still does matter. Why? Because there's still a generation of people who still watch some TV and get some news. They think they're getting some news. They think they're getting some news, but they're not. And after a while, because I remember me, I was a kid who grew up watching the news. And when the news really had information, and then I realized when it was a change. And one day I saw something on TV and I went, why is that news? So I changed my news and I saw that. And I said, why is that news? And then I saw and I changed again. And I went, okay, that's what's going on. And somebody said, how you know? I said, because it's above my head and I got to learn. So when I learned more, then I realized, oh, these motherfuckers just talking in circles. This ain't news. Then I learned how to read in between the news. And then I know, okay, I want to listen to investigative journalism. But then they start turning into like cesspools and shock jocks and shit. So most of the shit that you inhale is not news. Most of the shit is salacious stories and stories to make you feel a certain way. News is information. It's what's going on around you. North, east, west, and south. News. It's what's going on around you. You gotta figure out what's going on, and news is boring sometimes. But you be excited about it when it hit your paycheck, or when it hit the grocery store, or when you gotta pay more for electric, or when the job market's fucked up, or the housing economy's fucked up, and it's hard to. All of that's news, and you need to know when that's coming and how to. Yeah. So then I go watch the NPR and all of that. And I'm like, damn, that's what's happening? That's news. You find out, hey man, why do they keep cutting my water off? Who do I call? Because they keep calling my water off. The news will let you know that. For real. The news used to let you know how you know, because I seen that motherfucker on TV. I'm going to call his office and cuss his ass out. Hey, you asshole, why they keep cutting the water off? This, that, and the third. Motherfucker, I don't want to hear that. I need the water. Hey, motherfucker, why is the water dirty? Oh, this, that, fuck you. We voting you out. Click. But the news gives you the information to know who to call and do that to. We don't have news no more. We just don't have it. And it's sad. It's fucking sad. And that's why we're a bunch of dumbasses. That's why we got a bunch of dumb motherfuckers voting to get their ass sent back home. Because they ain't paying attention to the news they do watch. They think they a part of that shit. They don't know they talking about you. But we know that shit. That's the difference between us and them. Black people understand that motherfucker, anything bad they saying on the news, they talking about us. Even if it's them that's living in it. They talking about us though. With crime and this, that, and the third. Ain't no damn crime around their neighborhood. They ain't talking about them school shootings. They act like that's not crime. Go listen to Nick Fuentes talk to Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan even said it. But they act like that's not crime. Listen to the bitch Pearl. They was talking about we don't be shooting up schools like that. She act like that's not crime. Right. You're not going to get no news unless you consume alternative media. The great thing about now is it's a lot of it. But the problem is, again, now, who are you letting in your sphere? Who are you letting in your sphere? Is it somebody that's actually knowledgeable, willing to let you know that they don't know everything and are willing to point to other people to learn? If it is, that person can help you learn. What's up, Spidey? But if it's not, that's not news I will follow. That's not giving you no information. Motherfuckers gotta be willing to make adjustments and understand and figure out what's going on. And news is unbiased. News has no feelings. News is news, man. News is information. Right. At least it should be. Damn, that's fucked up. At least it should be. That's not what it is, but that's what it should be. And it's only getting worse. It's only getting worse. That's fucked up. It's only getting worse. Fuck Stuart Scott. I don't like Stuart Scott. Stuart Scott voted for motherfucker John McCain and said, I'm a Republican, bruh. And you from North Carolina? What? You a Republican? From North Carolina? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I ain't that like his cross out there. Woo-yay! Woo-yay! I ain't watching no 30 for 30 by this cross-eyed ass. Fuck him. Everybody, I don't want everybody gonna die. I'ma die, you gonna die, we gonna die. Why would I want to feel like Stuart Scott. He didn't bring that shit coon ass Michael Eric Dyson. Imagine young boy. Nigga, I wasn't looking at him so I could be like him. I look at him and go, why you doing all that old extra shit, nigga? Just deliver the sports. Nigga, just deliver the sport. You ain't gotta do that old extra shit. Bam! Woo! Oh shit! Hot damn! Yes, sir! Yes, sir, boss! Niggas wasn't running around talking about no booyah. We wasn't talking booyah. We wasn't talking about that. We wasn't saying that. Cool is the other side of the pillow. I said, this nigga from the country. After a while, like, all right, nigga. Martin, how many times you gonna dress up like Shanae? How many times you gonna dress up like Shanae, Martin? It's not funny. I'm not laughing now. I'm not laughing. I know what you're gonna say. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. After a while, some shit only supposed to be done once or twice. It's not supposed to be your trademark. They making him a joint because of his catchphrase. Okay, I guess. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. He said it on TV. I don't know Max Robinson, but I know Jim Vance. Jim Vance was a real one. Jim Vance, Spidey. That's who I know. Jim Vance. Jim Vance was on Silence of the Lambs. Him and George Michael and them. If you from DC, you know Jim Vance. Now, that's a man they should do something about. Jim Vance. Rest in peace, Jim Vance. Matter of fact, Bernard Shaw was a nationwide anchor. I know who he was. But Jim Vance was a local. Jim Vance Jim Vance had been on TV since forever. He died. Look, they talking about 8 years ago when they remember he died. I think in like 2018 or 19. No, 2017. So he was on the news since the 70s. Because my father used to talk about Jim Vance being on the news. Jim Vance worked at NBC for forever. No, I know Bernard Shaw. I do know who he is. Damn. The nigga was born in Richmond and died in DC. Max Robinson in 88 from AIDS. So he used to be on ABC World News Tonight. I do remember Bernard's show. But I'm gonna be honest, I didn't care about the world news. I didn't listen. I mostly knew Tom Brokaw and all them crackers. That's why I didn't watch it like that. I watched my local news with Jim Vance. Because be honest, I lived in DC. Why would I care? For real, I understand. At that time in DC, it was heaven for me. It was all black. Went to these black, beautiful schools, these beautiful black teachers that taught me all of the shit that I bring to y'all like every day. Y'all help me reminisce about. DC was paradise. I didn't care about anywhere else. I knew about everywhere else. But I didn't care. I realized that where I was from or where I was born, everything started and stopped in DC. Yeah, you California. Yeah, you Carolina. Yeah, you New York, Maine, and Michigan, and Illinois. You all of that. All of your money got to go to DC. Somebody from your state got to come to my city. So I need to figure out what's going on in my city. But that was Jim Vance. Again, that was Jim Vance. News 4. He was from Philly. He began his news career as a reporter for the Philadelphia Independent newspaper and WHAT AM radio back in the day, AM radio. That's where while simultaneously teaching English at Overbrook High School. A friend mentioned that WKBS TV was searching for someone. Vance worked as a reporter for WKBS for 1 year and later was hired by NBC News to report for the network affiliate Washington, D.C. station WRC TV in 1969. From 72 to 76, he was the main co-anchor with Glenn Ranker, becoming one of the first black men in that position in the U.S. His unapologetic presence reportedly elicited racist hate mail and threats between 76 and 80. Vance co-anchored with Sue Simmons, a pairing that resulted in one of the first, if not the first, African American co-anchors of the major market newscast. Beginning in 80. So look, Jim Vance was on the news from 1969. That black man was on the news in DC from night. That's why my father knew. That means my father was 9 years old. Jim Vance was on TV. That was a real one, man. That was a real one. That's when we had news. That was crazy back then. Damn, that long? Crazy. But let me get the fuck off here. I gotta get something to eat, y'all. I'm starving. Thank y'all for hitting me on the Cash App, too. I love y'all for that, man. I really appreciate that. Nigga needed it. I ain't gonna lie, I needed it. Thank you. Yeah. I'm gonna go watch the Lakers. Hopefully, Luka passed the ball. That's a gunning motherfucker. Hopefully, he passed the ball. Hopefully, LeBron can score tonight. We'll see. One LVC, man. I'm out.